Hi, welcome back, Aurum here. Today we continue our playthrough in Genshin Impact version Luna 4 Traveler on a Winter Night. Last time, all I did was reading because there's so much text there, probably for someone who didn't read the text scattered around in Fontaine. I haven't checked actually, but yes, that's actually what happened last time. We just read the thing in uh, I think it was flagship. So I check the first episode because I wanna check about the course thing. So yeah, I misremember who else went to the Dottore research facility. I thought it was Sandrone, Arlecchino, Loma, and Nefer. But Flynn also went in there. So five of us, five of them, I guess, got course basically. That's why Flynn said something like that to Iluga. So that's one thing that I check. And about the thing that I said at the end there about Basil, I was right. So the Elton trends, the thing that I've said, oh, I thought this was Basil something. It's actually Basil name. Basil Elton is the name. I only know her as the Admiral of the Fontenavi, but so I checked the web. So by the way, the wiki, I didn't really read anything except the first sentence, which said that she is an admiral of the Fata Navy, and then she become after retirement, she become the what? The vice, so the vice director of the institute is actually her, basically the one that I said, "Who are you?" So yeah, if we go, and I haven't checked the thing, so I only checked that this thing, yeah, the Elton Basil thing, by name, the Elton train. So it was her. I don't actually go to the natural philosophy. Maybe I will go to this area next time. I'm gonna check the text that's out around here. Is that actually what his name? Carter or someone else? Yeah, or maybe it's Rene. No, not Rene. Jacob or something. I don't know. But we will see it next time because I forgot to do that. Next thing I wanna check is I don't think that's it. That's all. When I said Fountain of Lucine, they said Opera House. It is the Opera House. Technically, this thing is Opera House. Where is it? This is Opera Epiclese. Why I forgot about that. But yeah, that's all I think that I wanna talk about before we continue reading. Hopefully, more than reading. So yeah, next time I'm gonna check the note that was centered around um, uh, Institute of Natural Philosophy. For now, let's continue on the story. Oh, I forgot. Before we start the story, let's go check the description again. I think it's still the same because we're still in the same area. But let's see. Yet, tracing the footstep of the past. Beneath the moon watching light, yeah, it's the same description. So yeah, let's just go in, shall we? I think we will read a few times. By the way, I just realized something. When I checked my part one of Luna 4, Sandrone actually moved her stuff to Curatorium of Secret. I guess she moved again to flagship. Yeah, that's all. This so basically, yeah, she moved her stuff around.
ブロンニーよ、世界式で検索して関連性の高そうな本を持ってきてちょうだい。
Wait, am I reset? Oh, so I reset stuff. Well, I can skip that because I know what to take. Okay, so reset from the beginning, huh? I think this one. Nope, not this one. This one, the what where you said Elton Basil. Yes, I don't know who Emmanuel is, but I think this one, the one with yes, word formula. So we just skip this one because we know the content. I don't know the name of the director, but we heard the director a lot. Not to mention he also have a note. He or she, I don't know. But Elton, however, I mean Basil Elton, that's the one I heard before.
どれどれ
Yep.
僕の見解によればまさかレムリ人
This
類
is
の
where she write
文明
down
の
the
灯火
whole
は消えかけている
similar looking Sephiroth
外から
tree or something, the
変数
cliff
を
what?
取り入れ変数まさかドットーレ
Yes,
があ
the
いつを
sender.
さらったのは
I read this, and this one where when she write down the diagram. Your order, ma'am.
プロンニアキーワードルートで関連する本を持ってきてちょうだい
Route, yokai. Route. Oh, this one, passage, route, pathway, yeah, the same thing. Here, ma'am.
門をトン抜きに関する記録図示したルートこれルネのこ
Yep, the only way triangle, okay.
何よいや
Okay, next thing, ma'am. I don't remember last time what you said.
プロンニア
Ah,
樹上で検索して
here
関
means
連性の
Soul,
高そうな本を
Sephiroth,
探してきて
Clifford. I don't know, something like that. We'll see. This is the new. Okay, so let's start reading from this one. I will be faster this time reading. Okay, the history of the decline and fall of Remuria, collected edition. The ocean gave birth to all, it also devour everything. Legend has it that in the first era, the Greeks were self-supporting in their virtue, needing no law or authority. The envoy of the heavenly city walked the earth, and with their guidance, the people enduring peace, prosperity, and abundance from the ancient day. The seven blessed region lasted countless generations until people grew tired of their inscrutable eternity. This is the thing, yeah, the whole golem thing, I think. The offering chose to listen to the oracle. Instead, they decided everything. No, they desire a thing never promised to them by the divine, trying to break free from their fate. Enraged by their behavior, Heaven sent. What is this? Heaven sent a gigantic wave to smash the settler city. A tsunami. 100 days of rain come afterward, and the roaring tide drowned all sin and arrogant, and thus were the early people brought to an end. Is this Noah Ark thing? I don't know. Maybe the Fortuna is for that event. I don't know. The whole Fontaine event thing, but this is Remoria. And the tide receded, and the earth started revealing again. No city or civilization now stood above the high water. Survivor and the newborn alike lived amid the forest and rivers, shorn for all knowledge and wisdom. Human life were no different from those of wild animals on the earth or in the sea, driven on by the law of nature, modeling through time with neither beginning or end. This is long time ago then. Remoria is so old. Is this before or maybe after Dragon era? I don't know. And what is heaven? I don't think this is the current finest, right? Something else maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Untold years past, the throne of Gurabat. Gurabat. I heard Gurabat before. Was established and opportune in the far south. The noble kindred of the east once reached the rim of the high water, while our ancestors remained bound by ignorance and superstition. Gurabat. Why did I heard Gurabat? Civilization and order were finally restored to the land named Fontaine, the day the great King Remus descended upon Meropis in his golden fortuna. Okay, so Fontaine. I don't really read. Yes. He taught people how to farm and raise crop in the land and build temple and city with giant rock to host the people. Who is Remus then? I never seen. I mean, we seen the name. Not the name. The voice of Remus, I think. But it's just NPC model, I believe. I don't know. Maybe not Remus actually. Someone else. The other one, not the bad guy. I don't remember who's the cat. I don't remember the cat name. Most importantly, it was he who spread the beauty of music and art, which differentiate human from other living thing, causing them to see themselves as master of all things. With this immortal fleet, oh, this is still the golem thing. Yeah. Immortal fleet, Remus conquer all the island on the high water. Even the great Darun beneath the abyssal depths submit to his power. Okay, so this is, I see. Those were the best days since the end. So why we told this story in this, which means this is important for whatever we're gonna do, the Remoria civilization. Those were the best days since the end of the earliest purple, and eternal prosperity seemed to go near at hand. The God King and his people indulged in the sweet dream of carefree life and fantasy of never-ending progress. However, the seer prophesied discord. Yeah, this is the one. The greater empire will face the most utter destruction, and this is Fortuna. Thus did the good king derive from the primordial plane from the 7-day rotation of the flowing wind of the sea and land and compose a harmonious symphony of prosperity. He believed that so long as all the city echoed with this greatest of song, they would escape the judgment of fate and at least reach the land of eternal bliss. But thusly do the ancient written of conqueration will rise, empire will fall, and the only constant is change. So I don't know why we learn about this. Maybe something we're gonna see. Whoa! The biography of Guillotine. Is it Guillotine? Is it Alain? I guess Alain. Not Anne, not Marianne. Chapter 7 already. Guillotine is later year. No one can know the root cause of every incident in the world. Humans are neither wise enough to predict the future nor able to stop unfortunate incident from occurring. It's a shame. There's nothing more to say. Alain Guillotine is the Alain Guillotine. In response to a question about his early year from Neil Cochran, chief editor of the Steambird at the time. I don't know when this is. So I also remember the event with the whole Institute thing took place after the cataclysm, basically. After retiring from the Fontaine Institute, Guillotine declined all invitations from the Palais Memoria and civic organization from Court of Fontaine. Instead, she withdrew to the Berry region. Oh, I remember. There's the small house thing in there. I think one of the quests talking about Guillotine House. I think, if I remember correctly. Berry region consists of living in near total isolation from society, notwithstanding, even prior to this, the reclusive old man had never formed any deep connection with others. Is this the one that Sandrone talked about at the end of Luna 2? Maybe. If we were to take Madame Nelly's Cochrane at her word, then Alain Guillotine was at heart is a lonely shut in. Al was burdened by the profound sense of insecurity. It was for this reason that he maintained a detached attitude toward others, as if by pretending to be unperceptive, he could hide the keen sensitivity of his spirit. He could not ease his own pain, nor share it with anyone. All she could do was enclose it like a pearl within the shell of his heart, shaping and polishing it with his very flesh and blood. Of course, Goliath and Sudden would not accept such claim, dismissing them as attention-seeking nonsense and nothing more than a smear on their master's reputation. This was the main reason why Roger Cotes, the third director of the Fontaine Research Institute, filed a lawsuit against Steambird. He never employed any servant to tend to his daily need. There were rumors that in his youth he had created a mechanical device capable of independent thought and using it to assist him in his work with Mary Ann Guillotine. Is this Sandrone? With his Mary Ann Guillotine at the Marrakech Phantom. Yes, I remember last time he was recruited by Marrakech Phantom. As a result, he had no need for a servant. He only needed to create more of the same device. However, such claims were clearly at odds with the fact the personal effect that Guillotine left behind after his death include nothing of this nature, and so-called mechanical devices capable of independent thought are entirely inconsistent with the idea he expressed in his manuscript. As he wrote, the inherently calculating machine and intelligent, the real question isn't whether machine can think, but whether human can. Fontaine, Natural Philosophy and Engineering, Science Press, 3rd edition, section 13, page 5. Is this Sandrone history? I don't know, maybe. Because she wear the maid outfit, a servant. I don't know. We'll see. We have every reason to believe that whatever contraption Guliatin craft in his comfort in his later year were deliberately destroyed long ago. Maybe it's Sandrone. After all, it's... So, what is Sandrone? Is she AI? Let's see. After all, it's hardly uncommon for an engineer to discard their design. Popular fiction has over many flight of fancy about this contraption, yet all such tales contradict the surviving evidence. Nevertheless, we must recognize that as a cultural symbol, Alain Guillotin Phosmorus' work has been instrumental in stirring the imagination of the young. I think this is Sandrone. I don't know. Because Sandrone said she worked with Guillotine before and else. And not to mention, he designed her similar. And not to mention, she also exists, basically. If this is her, she exists when Marianne still alive. Which means, I guess the design of the face is, took inspiration from... I don't know how they create. Anyway, interesting. Let's scroll. Okay, the whole scroll thing is a blueprint and unable to be contact. The Great Detective Sherlock, the Alchemist and the Clockwork Saint. Okay, chapter 6. So the story ends like this. Furlock sat down and lit his pipe, but the rest of us, whatever it was, Agent Gina, Miss Jacoba, or the Commissioner, Miss A. Chie, looked at one another in confusion. You must still remember that the location of the 4 previous cases were equidistant. There was a symmetrical pattern between the time, space, and even the first letter of the 4 victim name, Furlock said. This is also why Gina's deduction was completely off the mark. The murderer knew that she, possessing basic knowledge of the mystic art, would assume that the followers of the Lilia Crocus Ordo, this is the name for Nazarcus Ordo, would treat the patient as a necessary ritual sacrifice, so the culprit let her believe that her assumption was entirely correct. But then, Duke Saint Germanus departed. He clearly said that everything was beyond redemption, and the next case would also. Agent Gina protested somewhat reluctantly. He only a genius when it comes to mechanic. In everything else, he's just an ordinary person. Furlock paused and continued. He always been the type to think he can fully understand, just like you, Gina. Ah, I get it, Miss Jacoba shouted suddenly. My dear Harlock, now everything is all clear. The 4th victim death wasn't a carefully planned murder. It was pure coincidence. He only wanted to kill those 3 unfortunate gentlemen to avenge his comrade from the Liliacrus Ordo. But the trap, he said, wasn't limited to just those 3 locations. He was worried that the plan may fail since the 3 victims were all well-protected figures, after all. So he added a few extra traps. Yet he never expected, with a Gina interference, the plan would go far more smoothly than intended. Miss Jacoba, please don't speak as if I were the accomplice. Agent Gina's face turned as red as a sunsetia as he protested indignantly. Indignantly? How adorable. Who said how adorable? Who created this? Indeed, Furlock said calmly. It was unclear whether he meant that Miss Jacoba's deduction were correct or that Miss Gina was indeed an accomplice. Most of the experimental device proposed by the this is the one we need, 3 model. By the ridiculous Ordo are built based on a simple, basic 3 model logical structure. They do not recognize. How do you find this 3 model inside a novel book? This is a novel book, right? They do not recognize their own master, following only the command they were initially given, so they end up killing said master. This is why I keep saying, don't put too much trust in Clockwork Mecha, because the Skynet. Unlike human, machines have no heart. I mean, well, technically, yes, in a sense. When I say heart, doesn't mean physical heart that pump blood. It actually mean emotion. Anyway. I remained silent as usual, but Miss Yehuda glanced at me with what seemed like a hint of puzzlement. What's wrong? Why are you standing there in silence? Is there something on your mind? No, I just didn't expect the truth to be so simple. Of course, my understanding of clock mecha cannot compare to that of the Dukes and Germanus, but I've done a bit of research to suggest that those mechanisms were merely activated by Mr. Marcello's mishandling seem a bit too contrived. But to imply that there was another mastermind behind it all felt like scratching into a territory of conspiracy theories. After all, no one beside us could have pulled off the operation I envisioned, so I decided to abandon further speculation, choosing instead to enjoy the reaction of the adorable. Who are you? Adorable Agent Gina. Are you Hurlock? Hehe. This is why you don't understand deduction. Agent Gina seems to have regained her confidence, not to mention her mild sense of superiority over me. Exactly, she raised a finger. Isn't there a saying that goes something like, when you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however... Stop right there. That's Fanto something must rob something story. They don't have the publishing right for their publisher from their publisher. Hurlock took another drag of his pipe. He seemed to be lost in thought once more. Regardless, this case came to an absurd close. A person who did not manage to witness the end, a person who did not manage to achieve his ideal, a person who engulfed in fairy tales, who dreamed of following the hero he admired, yet never saw his dream fulfilled. Someone who had everything, someone who lost everything, someone who woke up, someone who would never wake up again, would never wake again, and still think, what is that? In sacrifice, unflinching and farewell, undaunted by pain, yet in the end, the sacrifice remain only sacrifice. The parting remain only parting. Isn't there four people here? Who else? Gina, Yehovah. Yeah, when did H.E. talking? I never seen H.E. talking. Keyword 3 model located. Nope. Gonna go back again. One more is tall book. Time a cracker? What's this? This is a story from many years ago. After reviewing back at Miss Aviva, who today would be Lady Lenonen, was always theoretically grossing to us about all too swift mark of science. Those grab in engineering is even less warm than her knowledge of Watatsumi Island soil quality. And of course, you know nothing about the letter either, of course. But self-proclaimed interest in engineering was in vogue among some lady and gentlemen at the time. Our ancestors had already conquered this land thousands of years ago, she said, as she cleared her throat, twirling her gem palm and blue gem across folding fan, while endeavoring in vain to wear a visage of a despondency. What's that? And a few hundred ago, they conquered the ocean with ease using new diving equipment. Today, some noble young folk have suddenly got it in their head to use a short-term gravimeter to break free from the Earth's shackle and conquer the sky. And surely, I fear, their dream may yet become reality in the near future. Indeed, it is just as you say, human. Ah, what a mighty and energetic species. With such great wisdom, no matter the circumstances, humans ever seek to change their living condition with unimaginable fashion. The Steamboat editor immediately opined. And true, when it comes to mechanical engineering and theory, humanity is already on par with the creator. Who is the creator? They have conquered most of the natural world, and by their will they can shape the world anew. Ah, that's not what I mean to say, Miss Aviva said with an affected sigh. Sigh. Those distant and dark unknown continent, those ruins hidden deep beneath the sea, all that romantic exploration and trailblazing, such a great achievement that which has put the glorious achievement of our science and reasoning on full display have all but become lost to our civilization. Our bridge too high to achieve too much, leaving too little for us to explore and conquer. Could there be a later fate to befall these ladies and gentlemen among us who were born to craft the exploration of the unknown? Here, her pretentious invocation of the legendary King Argeadai's word seemed to an attempt to prove how truly this state of affairs hurt her. However, everyone seems sat alone lazily, at most giving polite nod. Lady Ellie like the yawn. Who is Lady Ellie? I didn't see her. Seeing how no one answered, Miss Aviva's enthusiasm fed, and she proceeded to switch the topic to next week's ball. Okay, this in a ballroom. This was evidently the more popular topic, and the stiff atmosphere once again grew lively. Monsieur Qatar was just about to regale us with the tale he had heard in Sumeru regals our tower, a mage, and a glass bowl. A tower, a mage, and a glass bowl? But before he could begin, Mr. Kirik, who had remained silent till now, interrupted. Good Miss Aviva, the thing you said certainly left an impression on me. He lit a cigarette. However, you need not worry, there is still one space that has yet to be subdued by humanity. Indeed, if the required technique do not emerge, I fear it will never be. Where's that? Qatar asked. Solemn look on his face. He had been very confident about his monkey story, after all. Time. Toki. The room fell silent momentarily before all present broke out with laughter. What prosperous talk, Dr. Rainier declared, trying not to laugh. Firstly, how can time be considered a part of space? Can you separate yourself from time and exist independently in space alone? What do you mean? I mean, to, at this point, still be speaking up to me, and in the next disappear without a trace. Is that possible? Is this possible? He waited for a moment as if waiting for the other to think. Obviously, anyone with the capacity of religious thought would know for certain that much like length, wide, and height, time is also a dimension of space. As such, it is part of nature and thus can be conquered. Utterly prosperous, the doctor muttered, but did not refute the statement. I've been involved in research of this sort for some time, he continued, and I have come up with this machine that can allow people to travel through time as they please. Is this the word time tracker come from? This machine will be ready in 2 months. At this time, Miss Aviva, I invite you and all the ladies and gentlemen present here to my workshop to bear witness to humanity's next great achievement, the conquest of time. Time is tarot. I don't know. Time cracker. Where have I heard time cracker before? I feel I did, but somewhere else. I don't know where. I don't think it's in Genshin. Here, man. 3 words.
スズラン十字結社が提唱している実験機体の多く
Remodel.
は基本的かつシンプルな樹状のロジックで構成されており、スズラン水仙十字結社
Yes,
の
I
本当
remember
の
the
名を
word
隠すため
Liacruz
かしら。
before when I do the quest for Nazaret's Cross or Do.
サンジェルマン公爵は去り際にもう取り返しがつかないと言ってい
Yes,
た
and
が、
that is Alain.
やはり彼は機械に関しては天才だったのだ。しかしそれ以外のことに関しては凡人であった。はあ？何よこの言い草。
It's a
笑っ
novel.
ちゃうわ。
It's a
これ
novel.
結局何の本よ。名探偵ハーロ
See,
ッ
that's why I said,
錬
why
金
would
術
you
師と
read?
クロック
I
ワー
thought,
クの政
I
治
guess because the hint, the
ただ
word
の小
mentioned
説じゃない。
in this
ま
novel.
ったく。
Remodel.
でも作者は自分がルネのことをよく知っていると断言しているし、
Rene?
ひとまずルネがこんなことを言う人だと仮定し
Are
て
you
進め
saying
ましょう。
Rene full name is Saint Germanus? Duke Saint Germanus? Maybe? I guess?
記憶、願い、魂、人格、これらは 神秘学の領域に属することが多いけど、アルベドは錬金術の根幹にも含まれていることを認めていたわ。
What about you, Sandrone? Are you conscious of memory, wishes, soul, and persona? Oh, Harry,
アラン・ギオタンの目に映る世界は機械で構成されていた。宇宙には機械が
See, that's
必要
why.
とされているがために、あいつの技術が生まれ、私が生まれた。
Yep, it's confirmed. The thing that we read about alien biography is actually talking about her.
ルネ。フルネーム
Oh,
はルネ・ド・ペトリコールだったかしら。
okay, so
やっぱ
Rene
り
is not Germanus.
ペトリコール
Wait,
城と
I think
深
I
い
know
関係
about
がある
this
よ
Rene
ね。
de Petrichor. I just don't forgot about that. When you go to Petrichor, maybe I don't know. It's long ago.
あの町はレムリア文明に関する資料が
Yes,
最も
Paimon
多く
also know
発見
about
された
that.
場
You
所。
should ask Paimon.
ア
Since
ランの
we
研究成果
discovered
の
that.
一部はレムリアの技術から来ていると言っていいみたいね。
Maybe we meet the cat. No, the cat still big. I don't know. I don't think it's the
魂を
same.
切り離し器に封じ込める。一見無関係に
Yeah,
見
I
える
still
これ
don't
ら
know
の
what
技
is
術は
Ortan.
ルネ
The
の
four
研究を支
Ortan.
えてきた。死小元の区分けに錬金学の理論が一部取り入れられているとすれば、密合のモデル？こんなのアランが認めるわけないわ。ましてやこれに関連する理論やパラメータを事象数式に組み込むなんてな。
I think I skipped a sentence. See, yeah, that's a model. The three model. So what this supposed to mean, Sandrone?
そういえばアランはルネのことをどう評価していたかしら。あまり名前を口にすることはなかったけど、たま、
Maybe if I do
思い
the
出したわ。
quest, we'll be understand
確か
more of
こ
Rene.
こにルネのことに一度だけ触れた古いメモが。僕にそう言ったルネは様子がおかしかった。最近甘いものを食べていないせいか頭が鈍っているようだ。信用できない。いかにもあいつらしい物言いね。私のグズな部下たちったら意外といい仕事をしているじゃない。ちゃんと資料を持ってきてくれたのね。ご苦労。アランの残した資料の一部はこれらの記録と完全に一致
Hey,
しているわ。
Gestalt.
ゲシュタル島から入手したものみたいだけど、そんな昔からルネの記録を抑えていたのね。それなのに一度も信用せず使いもしなかった。よく考えてみればルネの世界式は定数を扱う計算ばかりね。これは世
Hey,
界
don't
の
tell me
運
Rene
命
is
が
the
固定され
director.
て
I
いる
don't
と
think
いう
so.
決
That's
定論
something
を
else.
信じ
Yeah,
ていた
someone
こと
else.
の表れかしら。
When will they said word formula? Is it on Rene note? I
対
unchecked
する
when
ア
I
ラン
read
の理念は
last time.
随分と昔のことだし、あいつが何を言っていたのかなんて全然覚えていないわ。強情さに欠けて機械技術だけを深く信奉していたあいつは何て言っていたか。確か世界は変えられる、そして努力には意味があるだったかしら。少なくとも昔のあいつはそう考えていたわね。世界を救いたいと願ってあの術式を作り上げたけど、世界の運命はあまりにも巨大で、その終焉は計りがたかった。結局成
When we
果を得るこ
confirm
と
that
なく生き、
Sandrone
そ
is
し
not
て
human but
この
an
滅びゆく
intelligent
夢の中
machine,
に
somehow
私を
have
残した。
human skin made by Rene. I mean, made by Alain.
アラン、あなたはルネの研究に目を通さなかったの？それとも目を通した上で
So I don't know
相
why
入れない理念
we
を
talk
同じ
about
モデル内に
Rene
置きた
in
くなかったの？
general, not in general, in I don't know what I'm
ど
saying.
れだけ嫌ってたのよ。
Ah,
今や
maybe
ベッ
because
ド
yeah, I
ール
remember
っていう
Rene
狂気の
do the
塊みたいなや
alchemy
つが
stuff
現れてしまっ
because
た
of
わ。
that, I guess.
私に願いがあるかなんて聞いてもしょうがないでしょ。 その問いを投げかけるべき相手はドットーレよ。あいつが憧れているものをあなたは見たくもないでしょうけど。取るに足らない変数にも洪水のような現在を無限に作り出せる。始めましょう。この相入れない破片を一つに組み合わせてみせるわ。
What are you trying to do, Sandrone, by the way?
まず、大きな輪の存在とその解明を確立する。
What the? Is it element?
完全なる虚無と完全なる実在。その二つの間を探り、条件を構築する。変数。文明の灯火は消えかけている。外から変数を取り入れることを検討しない限り、変数を代入して、
Oh, is
世
that?
界、時空、文明をめぐり、記録から必要な節目を抽出
What
し、
are you
それ
writing?
が
I
指し
don't
示す
understand. The
変数を
symbol
明らかにする。
and color. The color, I think I understand the color, but the symbol and the shape.
虚無から切り離された原初の力、
Light?
光の力。光、
Hikari I mean, this is Kufaki.
記録、ヒュペルボレイヤ。
Borea, what is this?
複雑すぎるわ。まだいくつかの変数が埋まっていないし、
Know what you're
もう
doing,
少
but
し慎重に考えない
Gambare
と。
Sandrone.
どう？このモデル。狂人の落書きみたいでしょ？
Can you actually talk, Polonia?
だんまりね。どうせあなたは喋れないし。
So why did
とりあえず肯定的な反応として捉えとくわ。そういえば精神を病んだ人の妄想って自分が世界を救うことから始まるらしいわよ。私がこんなのを書いているところなんて見たら、アルレッキーノとコロンビーナはきっと病院に連れて行くかもね。
hand scratch? What is hand scratch?
あとロザリンももう随分と前に
Why are you talking about
亡くな
Rosalind?
ってしまったけど。
Don't say anything about her. It will be bad for your life. And I guess the Fatui girl, Fatui woman have some, the whole tea thing.
目を閉じて思い出すと、彼女の顔とあの大き
I
な
wanna
ドレ
use
ス
the
が
dress.
浮かんでくるわ。どうしてロザリンは
Are you
あん
gonna
な
see the
重たそう
scene
な
when
ド
they're
レスを好
talking?
んで着ていたのかしらね。別に誰にも聞かれていない
Never
けど、
mind.
はっきり言っておくわ。私は世界を救おうなんて思っていない。
Well, you are
精神は至っ
talking
て正常
to
だし、
yourself,
非現
but
実的な大それ
still.
た願望を抱くとか、そういった症状も出ていない。
Yeah, you just want to save Colombina. That's all.
世界が答えを必要としているのであって、私が世界に認められようとしているわけではないの。そして世界が私に懇願しているのであって、私が世界に懇願しているわけでもないわ。
So what? That's why I forgot what are we doing. The title is tea time. Oh, it's tea time. Okay, Polonia will give her a tea. Where is the tea? Ah, over here. Why nobody in the flagship, by the way? It is after they evacuate, so no one here. Which is interesting. Because before this, she was somewhere else with Albedo. After Flynn and Never talk about the thing, she moved to flagship. Maybe because Columbina thing. There's nothing else. Oh, we need to. Why are you controlling Yes. What is that? A letter box and flower. Who? Oh, that's the refreshment. Okay. Hey, that's a cookie. What you call that again? The one with, something inside. Fortune cookie? Maybe. I don't know. Dozo. Master.
あら、お茶菓子？確か書類を持ってきてくれた部下が買ってきたんだったかしら。ホテルドゥボールのお土産ね。
Who is? I don't think it's important, but
箱にはメロピデ要塞の楽しい食
say
事シス
fortune
テム
cookie.
に
I
敬意を
was right.
表してランダムフォーチュンクッキーを皆様にお届け。
Which means
今
there's
日の
something
運勢
inside.
を占ってみましょう。どうせ大したことなんて書いてないんでしょ。どれどれ。
Okay, you read it.
早寝早起きして太陽を浴びて十分な水分を取ればすべてうまくいくでしょう。はあ？何よそれ。じゃあ早寝早起きする人にこの危機迫る世界の救
Because
世
she
主をやっ
always
てもらえ
stay
ばいい
late.
わ。
Okay, the whole scene with this is basically just lore. The lore itself is written, so you need to read it. The whole thing with Sandrone, the thing that Sandrone talk about is very much
召使い様
abstract, at least to
傀
me.
儡様の配下たちが全員待機中とのことです。いつでも行動に移れます。
よろしい。
です
Where
が
are we?
予想よりも人数が
See,
少ないよう
the
でして、
thing, the hollow
おそ
looking
らく
thing.
博士様が
Finally,
放
we
った
saw
魔
it.
物に多くのものが。
仕方あるまい。その者たちを隊に加え、常に連絡が取れる状
Hey,
況
you're
を保ってお
facing
け。
Fontaine.
はっ
Ooh, we finally see the thing. Where are we? Ooh, what the? Ooh, the symbol. Energy field. This area has been swallowed up by an energy field, and no one know what is happening inside. This area is not. Is this? I thought. Yeah, I seen this place before. What the? Excuse me. Excuse me. What the? The whole. I didn't think the whole thing. And this is a pyramida, and somehow the location where the Torre lab is. Yeah, why this one? I don't know. And also why? I know what this one is. This is the lake, and this is the floating thing. I don't know. Is this thing? Okay, you can actually see what the focus on. This is not the lake. Somewhere else. The one in the cliff in the valley. Is that all? Yeah, it's only yeah. So this one say yeah the bureau will be pyramid. So what? This one just a random area, a field. Uh-huh. And this one obviously Dotore, yes. So it's look like, I mean, it's not really similar. It's different from Hollow. But why a cube? What inside the cube? I wonder. What inside? Not cube, a sphere. I wanna check that. Never mind.
久しぶりだね、アルベッ
Hey,
キーよ。
hey, hey.
調子が良さそうで何よりだよ。
So you also come here.
そういえば、スネージナヤからナドクライへ向かう際に必ず通る道に、ドッ
Okay.
トーレが研究所を建てたみたいだね。
Okay, so Stenzaya
見
is
つ
in
か
the
らな
north.
いようにここまで来るのに随分と時間がかかったよ。
ご苦労。休まず駆けつけてくれたということは、女皇陛下のお言葉を持ってきてくれたのだね。
そりゃもちろん。これも俺の任務だからね。ドットーレのことだが、上皇様の命により、ファレイ内務局が審判を下すことになった。 あいつが裏切ったか否か、スネージナヤに対する脅威であるか否かは、内務局が公平に判断するよ。そして結果が出るまでの間、上皇様は俺に、などくらいの避難民の受け入れ対応をするよう命じた。
避難民たちは近くにいる。後ほど私の部下が案内するから、引き取ってやってくれ。
ああ、わかった。それと、陛下から君とサンドローネに伝言があるんだけど、サンドローネはどこに？
外で働く者がいれば、内務に勤しむ者もいる。君との引き継ぎのために私が来ているということは、もう一人は基地にいるということだよ。
サンドローネのやつ、まるで重鎮みたいだね。じゃあ、後で上皇様のかっこいいお言葉を伝えておいてくれ。
Okay, so what the
サン
degree?
ド
The
ローネも気に入
decree?
るはずだ。
What?
でも一体何が。待った。どうなってるんだ。部下たちが魔物になった。
What the? What the?
倒すぞ。
That's very sudden. What happened? Is that the guy who far away before? No, multiple of them. Oh, just one. What are you? What's your name? Radiant Glacial Wolf.
月のように
Tolong klik.
権限。
止水の矢。はっはっふんかっふっやはっ
The recording button is near the
ア
character,
ルレ
so
ッキーノ、前よりも強くなってる。
ストップ。その称賛はありがたく受け取るが、君の相手はしないよ。
ああ、やっぱりね。
what the? This is so random. Why this guy? Are you sure this is human turning into the
なん
thing?
てこった。さっきまで生身の人間だったのに。
I don't see it.
きっとこれも我々の素敵な同僚である。
Is that Dottore colleges then? College? Dottore subordinate? I mean.
などくらいで何が起きているんだ。
一言では説明できないが、簡潔に言えば、本来コロンビーナのものであった2つの月髄をドットーレが奪い、さらに自分でもう一つ作って、3月の力を手中に収めようとしているといったところだ。
おいおい、そんなもの人が作れるのか？まるで道路を作るかのように神を作ったって言ってるようなもんじゃないか。信じられるわけないだろ。
Well, it's already happened in the past, but you guys forget because memory stuff. Yes, he did. And Scaramouche.
執行官であれば、さして驚くことでもないだろう。私たちがやってきたことは、紙作りさえ霞むほど
Yeah,
奇妙
speaking
なこ
of
とばかりな
that,
のだから。
can you say anything about Project Stutsia? I still don't know what that is, by the
私
way.
は君がガンオー帝君と戦い、ロザリンの作戦における重要な支援者であったと主張し続けてきたが、今の君はまるでただの冒険者のようだ。
Oh, I was talking about him. I mean, child.
擁護してくれてありがとう。勝利先生とロザリンには本当にひどい目に
I
遭
keep
わされた
mentioning
よ。
Rosalind. Ayashi.
でもポジティブに考えれば、あの二人がわざわざ策を仕掛ける冒険者なんてそう
Is this
いない。
Fatui
だって
bonding
ただ
patch?
のなんて言葉とは程遠い存在だろ。
I mean, Harbinger bonding patch.
また痛い目に遭いたいということかな。であれば、君の評価を下げざるを得ないね。
違う、そういうわけじゃないって。続けてくれ。
現在、ドットーレは新しい力の実験中だ。その影響が外に害を及ぼしている。
Unique energy field.
この人々の変異は、彼の実験の副産物であって、本来の目的ではないはずだ。
Sure.
先ほどの修行の移住は、サンドローネの配下だった。 実験台にされたに違いない。
Oh, it's not
ド
subordinate
ットー
of.
レは意図的に生かしておいて
So it's
利用したのだろ
he did experiment with anyone in the Fatui. Okay.
う。おまけにドットーレと戦った私たちは全員呪いを受けてしまった。
Yes, this
私は
whole
などくらいから出
course
ること
thing.
が
I
で
think
きない。
I mean I rewatched again the one that mentioning this actually Sandrone.
ひどい
But
話だ
I don't know
な。
how this course work.
道理で陛下がこういう指示をされるわけ
Whoa,
だ。
tell me, how many decree did Her Majesty Saritsa said?
執行官に
Oh,
非
okay.
常事態時の独断権を与える。ドットーレが脅威と判断された場合、アルレッキーノとサンドローネによる粛清を許
Why
可する。
specifically Arlecchino and Sandrone? Well, not you, child, or maybe who else? I mean, no one else in Nordcry, I guess.
陛下に感謝を。サンドローネにもこの良き知らせを伝えておこ
あと、まだ研究開発プロジェクトの成果をなどくらいから回収できていないから、撤退した後も現地への攻撃を一時的に控えると言っていたよ。
Her Majesty has also declared that she will refrain from launching an attack on the now evacuated. On the now? Where is now? What is this unretrieved research
う。
material?
賢明なご判断だ。
そうだ。
What's that? Is it
相棒はどうしてる？
foreshadowing?
君たちと一緒じゃないのか？
Oopsie, I'm gone, by the way.
相棒？旅人のことか。残念ながら彼女は私たちがドットーレの研究所に突入した際、どこかに転移させられてしまった。
捕まったのか？どうして？ドットーレとそこまでの確執はないはずだろう。
Probably descendant
同
stuff.
感だ。だからドットーレには何か別の思惑があるのだろう。
ダメだ。助けに行かないと。
Okay, chill.
場所もわからないんだ。できることは何もない。
Oh, the moon. Maybe we are in the moon.
くそ。けど、何もせず手をこまねいているわけにはいかないだろう。
Why are you so angry? Okay, child. I guess we have a deeper connection. We meet multiple times with child, actually.
サン
So
ドローネの
makes
方でも対
sense.
策を講じている。今の君にできる最も意義のある
Oh,
こ
so
とは
Sandrone
任
actually
務を完遂することだ。
she was Colombina. Maybe us as well.
わかってるさ。じゃあ、任せた。
Okay, this child bonding thing interesting. What gonna happen to
最後
him?
に必ず各国の神々と住民たちに制御不能な災害がなどくらいから外へと拡散しつつあることを伝えるようお
Ooh,
んどりに言っておいてくれ。
so they did gonna tell. Okay, so the rooster have. I mean, rooster technically the governor of Lesnaya, right? The mayor. I mean, something like that. Beware an uncontrolled pollution.
その元凶はネジの外れた実験狂いだ。我々ファデュイとここにいる仲間たちは全力で収集に当たるつもりでいる。
Yes, I mean I fight the weekly Dotore thing. I still don't know where that is. The whole hand thing in the as a stage.
だが万が
Where
一
is that?
などくらい
Something
が完
above
全に
sky
陥
or
落すれば
something?
事態はさらに悪化するだろう。ドットーレは今もファデュイの一員だ。故にこの地を守るファデュイは最後の瞬間まで戦う。
I don't think anyone can do it.
そんなに悲観的になることはないさ。それに、もし本当にそうなったら、陛下も黙っていないはずだ。
はあ、最悪の事態にならないことを祈るばかりだ。
Hey, what is this spear? What inside is what I want to know. What the loading screen actually the energy field? Interesting. Raining. Are we controlling who? Oh,
ちょうどいいところに戻ってきたね。
I thought during you go to Mondstadt, maybe you just come back.
うん。僕って飛行免許の試験、免除してもらえるか
I
な。モンドでは街の外に着陸して歩いて入るよう気
Oh,
をつけ
you
るから。
already come back. Okay, that was fast.
僕が申請しておくから 安心するといい。今は目の前の新しいものを
Yes,
観察
this
しよ
is the area, the sun. I mean the beach.
博士のエネルギー領域って
Yes, thank
ど
you
んな
for.
構造なんだ
Yeah,
ろ
what
う。
is this?
空爆の引力と赤力の
A
原理
track
に
and
当てはまら
refill
ないみたいだけ
principle.
ど。
I see. It's not the same.
う。ああ、不思議だね。
That's hollow.
でも突き詰めれば、結局は
Come from the
3階
moon
の力から成り立った
in
ものだ。
another dimension. Three real?
魔女界都市省の研究によると、テイワットの元素力は原初の公開の力から変化したものだと分かってい
Wait,
る。
I heard this before. Yes,
そして
the light real.
公開の力と巨界の力は
Wait, where did
対立関
I
係にある。
remember I heard about this, but I don't remember where I heard Void Hunter. I mean, Void Realm, Hollow, Light Realm. I mean, you know, rainbow become light. This was very. Where did we heard this? Is this in the live stream for Luna 4? I think live stream in Luna 4.
君の体内には魔竜ドゥリンの力があるから、きっと感じ取れるはずだ。
Whoa, yes, the abyss, the void.
このエネルギー領域にはアビスのエネルギーが存在しないことを。
うん。アビスの気配はないね。
Oh, it's something
とても
different.
純粋で、けど荒々しい力だ。
Pure, wild, and untamed. The void energy.
そこである仮説を思いついた。コロンビーナさんと一緒に月の狩人と戦った時、トリーさんが教令員から持ってきた増幅装置を覚えているかい？
Yes, I
あれ
remember.
は僕が知る中でも極めて精巧な装置の一つだ。構造、製造技術、材料、すべて完璧だった。
It was created by Cafe.
特に目を引いたのが動作原理だったよ。トリーさんは詳しく語らな
How
かっ
did
たけど、
Cafe did create? I
僕
don't
な
know.
りにいろいろ推測してみたんだ。なぜドゥリンの炎の元素力をコロンビーナさんが扱えたんだろうか。決心の彼女は公開の力を使う
I
は
mean,
ず
she
なの
used Hydro. Is Hydro light ray? I don't think so. I mean, this is gameplay, not the actual
元素
lore.
力はもともと公開の力から生まれたものだ。つまりあの装置の機能は元素力を復元することなんだ。
Yeah, a prism. Are you gonna use the prism?
光から生まれた7つの元素を
Yes.
装置は光に復元する。
Yes. So they are
こ
rainbow.
の理
I
論
mean,
は
technically, obviously.
光がプリズムで屈折することに似ている。
I was talking about.
あるいは
Yeah,
中に本当にプリズムが隠されているのかもしれない。
indeed.
その構造はプリズムの観測から着想を得たのだろうか。そこから導き出される法則はまるで世界の真理と基盤のように揺るぎないものだ。
Yep, very simple, doesn't it?
それを成し遂げられるあの装置はスメール教令員の現段階における元素理論と
Oh,
装
Cafe.
置構造の最高傑作と言える。そしてその大胆とも言え
Oh,
る
yes.
偉業と確かな理
Actually,
論は
it is technically
暗くさなりで
with
び
the
による
help
ものだろう。
of Nahida, but yes, I forgot about Nahida part.
さて、目の前のエネルギー領域に話を戻そう。もしこれが純粋な公開の力であるなら、
Because of the Irminsul, I guess the technology
Yes,
was
you
inside
can
the
hide it.
information, I mean.
融
I don't
合
know.
と分離、内包と外縁の関係があるこ
I
とを意
forgot
味
that
する。
Nahida is a tech savvy, but. Uh-huh.
噛み砕いて言えば、元素力で公開の力を薄められるかもしれない。
試してみる。
Dear Nani. How? Using. Oh. Geo.
聞いた。
What happened? I don't see the difference.
エネルギー領域の端に
Oh,
明らかな乱れ
I
が生じ
see.
た。
A crack, huh?
元素力が領域内のエネルギーに干渉。さらには相殺している可能性がある。ドゥリンもやってみてほしい。
うん。
Here goes nothing.
いけた。
今度はアビスの力でもう一度。
Okay, so it's like a wall,
アビスの
basically.
力による攻撃を受けると
So why did
領域
Dottore
のエネルギー消費が
specifically create the
より
field
顕著
in
になる。
specific area? Is that a reason for that?
これで確信が持てた。領域は純粋な公開の力で構成されていて、元素力で薄めることができる。
But we need a lot of power for that.
でもこれほど大規模なエネルギー領域を相殺するってなると
The
一体
cannon?
どれだけの
I
元素
forgot
力が
about the
必要に
cannon
なるんだろ
from
う。
Nasha Town.
全部を相殺する必要はないよ。別の方法を試してみよう。理論の説明は以上だけど、君
Who
は
watching?
そのまま見ているつもりかい？
なんだ、気づいていたのか。
Wanderer. Finally, we see you.
いつの間に。しばらく前から見ていたよ。アルベドがまるで学会の登壇者のように話すもんだから、ついな。
Yeah.
スメ
Don't
ールじゃ
interrupt
誰
someone
かの発表を邪魔する
explaining
と、その
thesis.
人生を壊しかねないんだ。
お気遣い嬉しいよ。ついでに、ちょっと手伝ってくれないかい？
何をすればいい？
風元素を操って、円形の刃のような風を放ってほしい。
Okay.
聞いた。しかも引き裂いた。
よかった。これで大きく前進
You
し
need
た。
to have every element.
入るの？
Oh,
力が拒み合うかもしれないから。ドゥリン、君はここで入り口を見張っていてくれ。
that guy.
それが妥当だね。警戒は任せたよ。
Durin.
うん。二人とも気をつけてね。
いつの間に合図なんてものを。
先月、
Signal?
新しく調合した錬金薬を持ってきているんだ。2本一緒に地面に投げると、
Okay, a
眩しい
flash.
光が発。
ご忠告どうも。
Or a torch. Not a torch. Okay, that's it. It's been an hour, so we're gonna continue next week. Not next week, it's tomorrow. So yeah, so basically as you can see, they use specific area for this. I wonder what the reason behind this specific area. And not to mention Pyramida and the Bureau is so large. This one especially, what is here? Anyway, that's all. Until next time. Bye.